Hi guys, how are you doing? Hope you guys are doing okay. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you for support. So guys, in today's video, I'm going to give you guys a story about the way I found my first accommodation in Australia as an international student. And so guys, my story is going to start a little bit back from back in Kenya. So when I was in Kenya preparing to come to Australia, my journey took a little bit longer than usual. And that story I'm going to give you for another day. So guys, when I was getting ready to come to Australia, when I got my visa in November. Then so I stayed in Kenya for a whole month because getting things cleared here and there, trying to get money for air ticket. It was a hassle. So and therefore, for me to come to Australia and get accommodation, it was hard for my parents to even fund my accommodation. So it was very, very hard. We didn't have money. Something had happened and we didn't have money for some reasons by the time I was coming to Australia. So I tried to contact a few of my friends here in Australia that I knew before, but I didn't get any help. I tried to contact a few of my family. None of them were able or in a position to host me. So it was a very, very hard time for me. Well, I had a lot of faith. I must tell you guys that I have always believed and I have always had faith in God. And I knew that in a way I'm going to get to Australia and I'll be fine, but I didn't know how. So my parents were stressed because they were wondering, so we are sending our daughter and we don't even know where she's going to stay because I didn't have anywhere to go. So when coming to Australia, guys, I only had 200 Australian dollars. I think I had 20,000 Kenyan shillings. I think it was $200 Australian dollars, because I remember I went and changed the money and it was at about two something Australian dollars. So that was not even enough to get me food, accommodation. That was almost nothing, because renting a room, even a room in Australia, the cheapest maybe could be $100 a week. And so, mind you, I only have $200 in my pocket, and there's transport. I have to use public transport, I have to eat, I have to pay rent. So it was very difficult. So guys, this is what I did, and I prayed about it. I prayed and I told God, you have to get me someone to help me. But then sometimes we just pray and we don't know, because when you pray, you don't know what God will do. You know God, you trust God that He will do something, but you don't know how something is going to happen. Like, you don't know how, because we can't predict what God will do. He is God of all. He can surprise you in so many ways, and trust you guys, God surprised me, and this is how He surprised me. So one time, through the mutual friends I knew in Australia, when just scrolling on Facebook, so I saw this lady. She was a friend of the people I used to know in Australia, and I thought, this lady is so bubbly. This lady looks like a person with a good heart. She's outgoing. I would tell from her post. She used to go live. She looked like a very happy person, and she looked like a person with a good heart. And you know what, guys? I sent her a friend request, because immediately I could tell this is a good person. I sent her a friend request, and then we chatted for a few. Maybe I said hi. She said hi too. Actually, she accepted my friend request. Then we chatted for a few times. Hi, how are you? Good. Then I didn't want to go straight away and say, can you accommodate me? So after hi, how are you doing? How is Australia? How is good? Then, like maybe the third day chatting or messaging her, I told her, you know what? I'm coming to Australia and I don't know where I'm going to stay. I don't have anywhere to stay. Are you able to accommodate me? Guess what, guys? This lady said, yeah, that's okay. Just send me your itinerary. Let me know when you're coming to Australia. Let me know the time you get here and I'll come pick you at the airport. And I'm like, what? I don't even know you. You don't know me. She didn't question me. Guys, she didn't question me a bit. She didn't. She didn't even ask me, where do you come from? Where did you school? She didn't ask me, like, she asked me nothing. She just said, that's okay, you come. Let me know when you're coming and I'll pick you at the airport. Oh my God. I told my parents, look, this lady, I've just texted her on Facebook. Like, I don't know her completely. I don't know her. I never met her. And then I'm like, she just accepted to host me. And then my parents were happy but scared. You know that feeling. And it's not because she's a bad person, but because the world we live in, you don't just expect someone to just welcome you in their house without even question, without even asking for your birth certificate or your police clearance. You know, you might be hosting a criminal or a serial killer. She didn't doubt me a minute. She didn't even question anything. And so I was like, God, you've come. I asked you, God, to get me somewhere to live. And now, God, you've come. So I started thanking God. I started telling God, thank you for this. This is you. And guess what, guys? I booked my flight. I came to Australia. So the lady, she did not pick me at the airport because she got confused with my timings. But then immediately she realized that she didn't check the right time. So she was at work. She organized for someone to pick me at the airport. Guys, this lady was heavenly. She was sent from heaven. Now, I've come, I was picked. Apparently I was picked by someone I knew. We went to school together in Kenya. So I went and stayed in her house until my lady, the one who was supposed to host me, came from work. She came. They made a good party for me, like a welcome party. And I felt at home. Then the lady took me now to her house. We went to her house. Guys, I was hosted for free. I never paid anything. So this girl, oh my God, when I think about it, I get emotional. I don't know. I mean, I've never seen someone else hosting just a random person. In fact, it's very rare for you to hear that someone was hosted here in Australia. It's very hard because, one, I understand why people don't like hosting others. After I've stayed here for a while, now I know why. Because living expenses are high. You have to go to work. Then you're buying food for this person who will stay at home before they get a job. So you're feeding someone who doesn't have a job. You have to show them the direction. It's like they are your responsibility. So, and people here are busy. People don't have time to take you to the bus stop. They want to go to work. And again, they don't even know you. You know their family. So, you know. But this lady, she just accepted to host me. She didn't have a spare room. I shared her bed. We shared her bed. She slept with me in her bed. She didn't know me. You know, I was making a joke sometimes back, telling people about this lady that she hosted me, and I was telling them, do you know there are people who at night they snore or they just sleep. I mean, you know, people have different sleeping styles. Maybe they lift their legs and put on your head. She didn't care if I was that kind of a person. She didn't even ask me nothing. She was like, welcome, feel at home. She was the best person. And until today, I respect that lady. Like, she knows herself. If you're watching my videos, you know I love you. I love you, and I pray to God that she lives and that God will provide for her, that she never lacks. I pray that God fulfills her desires, because she's just one of a kind. For me, what she did to me, I couldn't afford accommodation. I'm telling you, if she didn't host me, probably I would be in the streets. I'm telling you, like, for real, it was that serious. If she didn't host me, I would be sleeping in the streets. But this lady, she just accepted to be an agent of God. Like, she was an agent of God, just hosting me. She didn't know me, and she was so lovely. She would buy me food. She would ask me what I want to eat for dinner, and she would pass by the shops and bring whatever I wanted. And she didn't know me. Do you guys understand how it feels? Like, the impact of this? I'll never forget this. I'll never forget this. This is an act of God. It's an act of God. She accepted to be used by God to support me. Then, guys, guess what? And she didn't stop there. She actually hosted someone else, and this person was sleeping in our living room, like the living room in that house. The guy was sleeping in the living room, and he's like he's like my brother. We lived peacefully. So he hosted the guy, and he used to sleep in the living room. He would buy food for both of us. She would buy food for me and the guy, and we would cook together. So then she would take us to school, show us the way, take us to church. She should give me her car to train, like practice with it. My goodness. I don't know how to say this, guys, but it's such a nice feeling knowing that there are still people who are happy and ready to support others. It's not an easy thing, guys. I don't even know how it feels just hosting someone. I don't know, but she was so happy. She was a happy lady. She would come at home and tell me how her day was, and my parents were so happy. Until today, they keep asking me, how is the lady? And I tell her she's fine, and because she moved interstate, and I keep telling them I'm planning to go visit her. And I'm actually planning to go visit her, and I'm going to do a YouTube video and show her to you guys, because she's such a heavenly lady. She's such a nice lady. To me and to other people, she's such a nice lady. So guys, let's continue supporting other people. Guys, it's such a nice thing. It's such a nice feeling. So guys, thank you so much for watching my videos. If you've not subscribed, guys, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Support me grow this channel. This channel is growing, and we want to hit 1,000 subscribers, guys, before December. Guys, can you do this for me? And I know you guys can do this for me. So thank you so much, guys, for supporting me, for always leaving a comment. Let me know what other videos you want me to do. I have a couple of videos lined up. I'm trying to get time to do the videos, guys, because I'm a busy mom. I'm going to work, but I'm still trying to fix myself and try and do the videos so that we can help each other. So guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for supporting me, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.